you look terrific.
No, you do.
We better not start. You have to be at Forrester in a half an hour.
You're the only Forrester I'm interested in.
Come on. You know how important this is to us.
No, Kristen. Actually, I don't.
Honey, my father happens to be hiring a photographer. And I just happened to locate the famous Mick Savage.
Wonder how Eric Forrester would react if he knew you found me in your bed.
Very funny, Mick.
No, Chris, it's not funny. I don't like playing games.
Well, neither do I, honey.
Then why don't you tell your family the truth? That your marriage is over, and that I'm the man you love.
There's so much going on with my family right now. I can't lay that on them. Not on top of everything else.
Yeah, I know. You told me all that. But, Chris, you are acting as if this is bad news. Chris, this is the best thing that could have happened to you. And I'm sure your family will realize that.
They're so traditional. Marriage has always been very sacred in our family.
Okay, look. This is the happiest you've ever been in your whole life, right?
Yes, I'm very happy.
So how could that possibly upset them?
It's so complicated, Mick.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be that complicated in New York. It would just be you and me.
It's tempting. I'm just not ready yet. This is so perfect for us now. We're together, we have each other.
Chris, you want me to put on an act. I can't touch you when I want to touch you. I can't tell you that I love you when I want to.
Well, you can save it for when we're alone.
Oh.
It'll be a secret between us. A powerful secret.
I would only do this for you, baby.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Eric Forrester. He doesn't even know that I know you.
No, but he does know your work. Honey, you won't regret it. You're gonna love working with my father. In fact, in many ways, you two remind me of each other. Both artists, both incredibly talented, both making it on your own from nothing, with your own vision. Honey, I know you'll hit it off.
Yeah. Well, I have admired his work for a long time. It's a bit conservative, but it's quality.
Well, that's what will be so perfect. Your innovative eye and our beautiful designs.
Yeah. Yeah, taking those classic Forrester designs and juxtaposing them against like a rough, raw background. Yeah, you just breathe some life into the whole look.
He's gonna love hearing your ideas. But you better get going. My creative genius.
You really want me to make a good impression, don't you?
Yes, I do. I know you won't let me down. Just don't be late.
Lady, if you weren't so beautiful.
Yes, this is Thorne Forrester. I'd like to know the balance of my checking account. The number is 785-4701. Yes, I'm planning on writing a rather sizable check in the next day or two. Well, great. That sounds terrific. Should cover it. Thanks.
Is it for my Christmas gift?
Your Christmas gift. I've been so busy lately, I haven't even had a chance to think about that.
Oh. What are you going to do, buy a car?
No, something much more gratifying than that. Well, it's no secret. The money is for Devaney, for her operation.
Mr. Forrester.
Yes,
I'm Mick Savage.
Mr. Savage. Come in. Mr. Savage, it's a privilege to meet you. I thought you did most of your work out in New York.
Yeah, New York, Europe, but L.A. is rising in the fashion world. Forrester's here, and I guess you could say that's what brought me to the coast.
Did it actually occur to you you might work for Forrester?
I wanted to see what was happening in L.A.
I think my daughter must have read something about that. Because as soon as I mentioned to her that I wanted to hire a photographer to shoot our spring collection, she mentioned your name right away. She's a great fan of yours. I'm glad she was able to track you down.
Yeah, well, I'll have to thank your daughter for that sometime.
No doubt you'll run into her. She's one of our better designers here.
I take it this is a family business?
So it is. I'm a firm believer in nepotism, and I have a very talented family. My son, Ridge, is a designer here. My daughter, Kristen. My other son, Thorne, is head of production, and my son-in-law, Clarke, Garrison's on staff here as well.
It's very interesting.
I like keeping my family together.
I brought a portfolio along to jog the memory.
Good, good. Let's see. Beautiful. These are from the Vogue layout you did. These caused quite a stir.
And I believe in causing a stir. It's the only way to get people to see anything. The public is so comatose from all the safe, slick photography they see everywhere.
I assume you include in that category previous photographs of our stuff.
Well, they need to be shocked, excited, turned on.
I like to think that my clothes do that.
Oh, your clothes are beautiful, elegant.
I like to think so.
Oh, they're classic, impeccable. That's why the idea of turning them upside down is such a good one.
Upside down?
Yeah. I want to take your clothes and the most beautiful models I can find, and I want to put them in the real world. You know? The grid of the back streets, among the fighters in a seedy boxing ring, into the barrio of East L.A.
That's kind of become your trademark, hasn't it?
Yeah. Then you understand exactly what I mean.
Yes, I think I do. But I'm not sure my customers would. I'm not certain that my customers are ready to be turned upside down. I'm not sure I am, either.
You won't believe what's all involved with Devaney's surgery.
When is Schnell going to do the surgery?
Oh, Schnell won't be doing the work.
He won't.
No, he has a brother in Switzerland who's a plastic surgeon as well, and he recommended him for the job.
Who's paying for her to go to Switzerland?
I am. Schnell's brother's hospice is ideal. It's beautiful grounds. It's a perfect setting for someone to recuperate from such a prolonged and difficult ordeal.
And how does Devaney feel about this?
She's excited, grateful, I guess.
You guess?
Well, she's hard to read sometimes, Mother. And she's been so insecure, and it's really to the point where I'm beginning to be concerned about her.
Thorne, if you are the least bit uncomfortable about any of this, now's the time to back out.
No, Mother, a commitment is a commitment. Look, I've got to run. They're starting the computer profile of her today. We should learn a lot more about her from that. Well, certainly we'll know what she looked like before she was burned.
You're gonna know what she looked like before? Can I come with you?
Sure.
I need just 10 minutes.
Fine.
I'll see you in the parking lot.
Terrific. Hi, Pam. Yeah, this is Thorne Forrester. Would you tell Dr. Schnell that I'll be on my way in about 10 minutes? Great. Bye-bye.
Have you got a moment?
Oh, sure. Come on in. What's on your mind?
You've been on my mind for the last several days, you and Kristen.
What about me and Kristen?
I want to know about the state of your relationship.
You're in good company.
Well, have you tried discussing this with her?
Oh, believe me, Stephanie, I've tried.
Well, try harder.
Are you here to tell me to try harder to work on my marriage?
Well, someone had to take the bull by the horns, didn't they?
I did. And I got thrown out of the ring.
What does that mean?
I suggest you talk to your daughter.
I have talked to her.
How long ago?
Last week.
What did she tell you?
She told me that you had not seen each other very much and weren't talking to each other very much.
That's it?
That's it. Clarke, if something is going on, and obviously it is something going on, why don't you just tell me about it?
No. This is something you better hear directly from Kristen.
I'd be the first one to admit that you didn't get off on very good footing in your relationship with this family and our business. But Eric and I have really come to appreciate you.
Thank you. That means a lot. And believe me, Stephanie, no matter what happens, I've always wanted what's best for Kristen.
Good. And I want you to do your damnedest to make this marriage work. I'm counting on you. Don't let me down.
Now, they like me. Finally, they like me. Damn you, Mick Savage.
Then I don't understand why you asked me here if you don't like my style.
Because I've followed your career, Mr. Savage. I think you're a very talented photographer.
It's nice of you to say so.
You did some gorgeous glamour work in New York a few years back.
Yeah, it was pure fluff. I'm not particularly proud of that time in my career.
I think you should be. It was beautiful.
Yeah, well, I was breaking into the business then, and I couldn't do exactly what I wanted to do.
I would be interested if you could recapture some of that for me.
Listen, I don't work that way anymore.
What I'm telling you is that I like that kind of work. That's what I want you to do for me.
Look, I live in the real world. I came up on the streets. That's the kind of life I want to put into your clothes, and I know how to do it.
I see. Well, I have certain guidelines here.
I don't live under guidelines, and nobody meddles with my work.
You're telling me that the people you have worked for have given you free rein?
Yeah, I've earned their respect.
I would have to have complete control, Mr. Savage. Right from the first setup to the final proofs.
Look, Mr. Forrester, let's be honest here. You wouldn't let me hold your pen for you. Why should I let you look through my lens?
Because you'd be working for me.
Well, I believe I am the best at what I do. And I believe that I could add a whole new dimension to Forrester. But, hey, if you're not interested, you're not interested.
Mr. Savage, I appreciate your conviction. But you and I would have to come up with some kind of a workable solution. And that's not what you're presenting to me here today. Now, I have some other people to see today, and I'll let you know when I've made a decision. Where can I get in touch with you?
Yeah, well, I move around a lot. So, I'll get in touch with you. Goodbye, Mr. Forrester.
Eric, my friend, you're gonna love this one. Oh, excuse me. What the hell are you doing here? I asked you, what are you doing here?
What business is that of yours?
I'm making it my business.
Oh, back off, Garrison.
Hey! Why don't you go back to the sewers in New York that you came from?
I can't. Your wife won't let me. She loves me too much.
You poisoned her mind. And you poisoned our marriage.
No, Clarke. You did that yourself a long time before I came into the picture.
You know, one of these days, she's gonna take a step back and look at you. And realize what kind of slime she's been involved with.
Speaking from experience, Clarke?
Get out of here. If I ever see you in this building again, I'll personally throw you out.
Well, we'll have to see about that, won't we?
It's really quite an amazing process. By using the X-rays of the skull along with this computer-assisted design, we can accurately determine what the patient looked like before she was severely burned. I've also entered some data based on my observations of the patient as she currently looks, such as the amount of body fat, the pigmentation of her skin, the color of her hair, etc. The computer takes it all into consideration.
Now, you said that this computer is continuously scanning the X-ray of her skull. Is it doing that right now?
Yes, it is. Ready, Harv?
Just a second.
Well, in the meantime, Doctor, I'd like to ask a few questions about fees and other details.
Certainly.
Dr. Schnell, I'm ready.
All right, Harvey, start the program.
Would you mind explaining to me exactly what's happening here?
Of course. Every time the cursor passes over the skull, it's scanning and organizing millions of bits of information. Slowly and continuously, it adds on the muscle tissue, followed by fat cells, cartilage, and finally, the skin layer.
Now, you said this process could take a couple of days.
Harvey, what's your estimate?
I'd say 36 to 48 hours. And with all the input we had, I'm looking at very accurate results.
There you have it.
So within 48 hours, we'll know what she looked like before the accident?
That's right. Should be clear as a photograph.
That's incredible.
Yes, it is. Dr. Schnell, would it be possible for me to be here when the results are finished? I'd really like to see what she looked like.
Well, of course, Mrs. Forrester. It's a pleasure to see someone take so much interest in our work.
Oh, I'm very interested.
Thorne, I'd like you to sign some papers. Excuse excuse us. Sure.
I'm very interested.